What killed your feelings for someone you were once madly in love with? Somebody might learn from you. My ex said my mother can go FCK herself. If she wants to see you, then she'll have to visit you here. Knowing she had severe health issues to include brain tumors and she couldn't travel. He didn't like that I wanted to help care for her after surgery. Broke up with him that day. My husband having a girlfriend and then getting her pregnant, feelings gone. He asked for an open relationship. I reluctantly agreed. Then he just started ignoring me in favor of the new girls. It was like he'd keep me on the back burner because I'd always be there, and only see me if he didn't have a date with a new girl that day. I always felt like the last choice. Abandoning me right after we lost our child and I needed emergency surgery, all after promising to take care of me. Calling me a lying gaslighter whenever he lied and gaslit. Everything he did, he said I did. It was absolutely insane. I thought I was in love. Looking back, it was just severe infatuation. But that very quickly wore off when I realized that he didn't actually bring me any real happiness, just momentary bliss with long-term confusion and hurt. I was living in a delusion world of what-ifs, making excuses for his behavior, trying so hard to win him and his validation. When I stepped back and looked in from the outside, I saw him for who he really was, and it killed the version of him that I idolized. I also saw myself flawed, insecure, and with low self-esteem. It helped me realize that I was a part of the problem as to why this kept happening to me, because basically I allowed it to. His 11-year-old son dumped sugar packets, not accidentally spilled, dumped them all out all over the table at a restaurant. And when I asked him to clean it up so the waitress wouldn't have to, he stopped him and said she gets paid to. Y'all, I hucked that ring in the garbage. The fucking entitlement of some people. Finding myself and realizing my own worth. Being cheated on in any way. Once the trust is gone, it's over. Lying and verbal abuse, lots of yelling and tantrums. Crazy, unfounded accusations. I realized she was just a reskin of my ex with BPD. They told me they just weren't as invested as I was. Meh. Him spamming me accused me of cheating as I watched my father's oxygen levels drop and him pass in my arms. He was just angry about me spending time with my dad. He knew what I was going through and knew I wasn't cheating. Denying me a child through my reproductive years and insulting and abusing me constantly, and then having an affair and getting someone else pregnant while stealing my money. Also did his best to alienate me from all my family and friends. Brutal bullshit. This was a friend of some 7 years so that I developed feelings for, and I didn't say anything for almost 2 years prior to this. We were friends, and he was in a relationship with someone then. When he was single for a stretch of time, I made the mistake of finally telling him. I didn't say in love, but that I did feel love for him, which for me was a new experience. He kind of had this song and dance about being flattered or something. I kind of blocked it out now, lol. But I won't forget what he actually clearly said. If I had less respect for you, I would've pursued a romantic relationship with you years ago. That phrase threw up a little in my mouth comes to mind. She cheated on me. Cheating, drinking too much, too cynical and negative even though they had it made in the shade. All three loves turned to nice to meet you and wish you the best, but I'm out on a dime. Now I'm just an international woman of mystery who can't be tied down. And I'm old as mold. Drinking, which led to a whole bunch of other shitty behaviors. But I'll never date a heavy drinker again. She cheated. I walked in and saw it. The romance died in that very moment. We broke up a few weeks later. Fighting in public. Once or twice is tolerable if miserable, but if it's a habit then hell no. 99 of arguments can wait till we're at least in the car. Cheating is very obvious and shouldn't really need explanation. This is one I'd say. Laziness to the point of exploitation. I mean consistently not holding a job. Getting fired on purpose so you can take weeks looking for a job, not doing housework while unemployed and the other person carries all the bills, just being a leech. Uselessness is not attractive. Being an unapologetic bad driver. I mean like cutting people off blatantly and then raging at them for honking. I was terrified to ever let her borrow my vehicle. I could go on and on, but these are what come to mind first.